When you think about cosmology, usually we're just talking about cold, hard
Right.
physics.
It's all math and inanimate objects.
Yeah, we see the universe as this huge empty container and it's just full of accidental rocks and gas floating around.
Mhm.
But the research we're getting into today, the living universe hypothesis, or Vitruvian, it argues that we've got the entire diagnosis wrong.
It completely flips the script. Instead of looking at the universe as a place, this source material says we should be looking at it as as a person.
Not a human person, obviously.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
But as a distinct biological individual,
Yeah.
something with its own anatomy, its own lifespan.
And that totally changes the question from where are we to something more like part of what are we?
Exactly.
So to get that, we have to look at the etymology the source uses. It breaks down the term vitro,
Right. So V is space. They equate that to the physical body,
and tro is time, which becomes its lifespan.
that's already a fascinating shift. Space and time aren't just coordinates on a graph anymore, they're physiology.
Okay, but this is where I think most people would get stuck. I know I did. How can a vacuum or a rock be alive?
Yeah, if you're stuck on a biology 101 definition of life, you're going to miss the entire point.
So we're not talking about carbon-based cells.
No, not DNA, none of that. The source defines life through physics, specifically information flow,
Information flow.
and the ability for a system to self-organize against chaos, against entropy. If it can process data and maintain its structure, in this model, it's alive.
Okay, so if you apply that definition to the cosmos, the anatomy actually starts to line up.
It does. The source says galaxies aren't just random clusters of stars,
They're cells.
specialized cells even. And the supermassive black holes at the center, they aren't just cosmic drains.
They're more like the nucleus. Or the heart, maybe.
The heart, yeah,
Yeah.
coordinating the energy for that entire cell,
And then you have the cosmic web connecting all these galaxy cells, the filaments of dark matter.
which becomes the nervous system. You need a way to send commands to transmit information across the whole body. That's what the web does.
Okay, but here's the part that really got me. Because if a galaxy is a cell, we usually just think of ourselves as, irrelevant bacteria on a speck of dust.
Right, have an accident.
But the source says no. It calls all organic life sensors.
Think of yourself as an information molecule, something like RNA. A rock can exist, but it doesn't experience anything. It doesn't generate data.
But we do. We see, we feel, we learn.
That's the aha moment. We're the sensory organs. We allow the universe to physically experience its own reality.
So the evolution of intelligence isn't some happy accident.
It's the universe literally maturing. It's becoming more aware. Your existence isn't just you observing the universe, it's the universe using you to observe itself.
That reframes everything. But let's zoom out. If this universe is a single entity, where? Where does it live? Does it have an address?
This is where it gets into what the source calls the mother realm, or Koimyu.
Okay, and this is usually a logical trap, right? The infinite boxes problem. If our universe is in a box, what's that box in?
The infinite regression, yeah. The source sidesteps that. It defines the mother realm not as a bigger physical space, but as the absolute state.
What does that mean?
It's a reality that's timeless and spaceless. It doesn't occupy space. It is pure existence. It's the foundation where physical laws are born.
And our universe isn't alone there.
No. The text implies a whole multiverse society. Our universe is in a community, interacting with other macro entities.
So we're living inside a giant being that's hanging out with other giant beings in a realm of pure existence. That's a lot to process.
It is. But the source says we can perceive this. We have the tools. Mathematics is the common language, and consciousness itself is the connection.
Which brings us to the takeaway then. The so what?
Yeah, if any of this holds weight, then your search for knowledge, your curiosity, it's not just a personal hobby.
It's a biological function.
Precisely. So I'll leave you with this thought from the deep dive. If we, humanity, are the universe's memory, recording its experiences, just take a look at what we're all focusing on right now.
Are we doing a good job?
Are we storing wisdom or are we just remembering the noise?
Something to think about. Thanks for joining us on the deep dive.